Spirit of Texas Bank, Nissan, Slovacek Sausage, and Germania Insurance bring you this clip of the Texas Bucket List. Howdy, and welcome back to the Texas Bucket List. Next up on the show, we head down to the valley to visit a speakeasy with some sensational sipping drinks. It's called the Centennial Club. Walking around downtown McAllen, you'll come across one interesting door. And if you give it a knock...
What's the password?
Deep in the heart of Texas.
You'll get transported into a club.
Howdy, how are you doing?
That feels like you've been pulled back to Prohibition.
So can you tell me where we're going?
You are going to the private club upstairs, and you must try the Holy Smoke.
Holy smoke.
Holy Smoke, yes.
All right.
You're gonna love it.
Before experiencing the extravagant elixir, we met with the man who made the Centennial Club a spiffy stop in South Texas.
I don't think I've ever worked a day in my life because it doesn't feel like work.
Isaac Guerra hails from Fremont, Texas, and his entrepreneuring spirit has guided him since he was a young man.
First restaurant I started, I was literally 20 years old.
Isaac's eccentric taste and personality make for a perfect fit when it comes to a club that takes its ambiance, eats, and libations very seriously.
I think food brings people together. I think, cocktails, music, entertainment, and especially old historical buildings throughout, not only in South Texas, but throughout Texas in general.
The building the Centennial Club sits in just celebrated its 100th birthday, hence the name of the club. As for its Roaring 20s touch, well, that was just the cat's meow, the bee's knees to Isaac.
I think the cocktails were at its finest. I think people were dapper. I think they were, had a certain je ne sais quoi, so to speak, about life. And I don't know, you try to reflect that and shine on it with your modern day aspect of what you're doing with food and cocktails, and it's pretty easy to pull off versus any other era.
To celebrate the simpler time, the Centennial Club makes dishes that are simple yet complicated in a very good way.
Have you ever had a Jicama Taco?
It's almost Thai infused Asian with deep Mexico roots with a little bit of Gulf shrimp.
This is our Big Eye Ahi Tuna. Comes from the island of Hawaii. Done with fresh, locally done avocado, wasabi foam, and then we use a 30-year-old balsamic reduction that's on the side to give it a little zing, and then we make a little bit of ginger, lemongrass, and locally done citrus, kind of like a ponzu on the side.
From corn in a cup with an extravagant twist to some steak on a Himalayan salt block with sea scallops, the flavors at the Centennial Club are just hotsy-totsy.
They're very innovative, talented, creative people.
It's pretty difficult to find it in a city of 5 million people, much less just a city of 130,000.
Of course, we can't forget about the old school spirits. First up,
This is called the Bearcat. What this has is muddled jalapenos, muddled strawberries, tequila. We add a blood orange and agave nectar, lime juice, mix it all together, and it's this really incredible taste with that spiciness and then the citrus and the tequila. It's a really good blend.
So a little sweet, a little spicy, and a little salty.
Like Hispanic women.
It's made out of all natural juices, no sugars. Yeah, we use pure lime juice, pure orange juice, and pure lemon juice. And then with a really good tequila, some Italian orange liqueur, and then of course that's the prickly pear puree on top.
now it's time for our final blessing and the Centennial Club's signature drink.
So this is our Holy Smoke. It's the ultimate old-fashioned you will ever have. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna light this up, and then the smoke will stay in there and it'll get absorbed in the ice. So when you're drinking it, you get that nice smoky finish in your drink. The smoke is going up, it's concentrating in there. And now what's happening is the ice is absorbing that smoke, the smoky flavor.
Wow. That's a throwback. With a twist.
With a twist, exactly.
That's amazing.
When you walked in here, I think your mouth kind of hit the floor, and you didn't think you're going to walk into this upstairs speakeasy and find this in the middle of McAllen, Texas, off one block off an old highway. But it's here.
Wonderful food, wonderful ambience, and a little bit of history if you want to listen. There's nothing like it. You couldn't find this anyplace else in Texas. And South Texas is phenomenal.
McAllen is a pretty small, humble, hard-working bustling town. There's a lot going on here. And it's kind of been neat to be on the forefront of what's creative. There's no question. I've been very blessed to do that.
The Texas Bucket List is brought to you by Spirit of Texas Bank, Texans helping Texans. Slovacek Sausage, you'll love our sausage. Germania Insurance, the insurance Texans trust. And Nissan, innovation that excites.